Hello, y'all. This is Julian Rico. This is a NFL Week 14 picks. Last week I went 13-3. Overall record this year 121 to 74. So pretty impressive last week, but this week still playoff implications on the line. And these teams try to avoid elimination from playoff contention or at least try to win the division right away. Starting off with Thursday night, we got the Green Bay Packers taking on the Detroit Lions at 8:15 p.m. Eastern on Prime Video. Detroit is a 3.5-point favorite. This game's really going to be interesting to me because these two teams met each other in Week 9. I picked the Lions to win that game on the road in Lambeau Field. Of course, because Jordan Love's coming back from injury. But since Week 9, the Lions are in a 10-game winning streak, while the Packers have won 7 of their last 8 games. Their only loss was Detroit, so we're going to have that rematch. Both these teams are coming off Thanksgiving wins. Detroit in a close game against the Bears, while the Packers just find a way to survive against Miami. This is going to be a good game. I really think we're going to see some points on the board. Unfortunately, Romeo Dobbs, Jair Alexander for the Packers will be out. That being said, I'm going with the Lions yet again. It's a tough one for me to pick, but I think the Lions prevail in a 26-34 win against the Packers. Let's go to the Sunday games. The Cleveland Browns take on the Pittsburgh Steelers at 1 p.m. Eastern on CBS. Pittsburgh is a 6-point favorite, and these two met already just 2 weeks ago. And Cleveland's coming off a game that they should have been against Denver last week. Pittsburgh, no losing season for Mike Tomlin this year. Another winning season for him, coming off a huge win on the road to Pittsburgh against Cincinnati. Now all eyes on this Steelers team. Can they finally clinch that division for the first time since 2020? To me, I'm going to go with Pittsburgh in this one. Their defense is still that talented. It's the reason why they win these games. Their defense is finding ways to help them win games. And I don't know about Jameis Winston, but I know he wants to pray for the Lord with pick sixes. But I just think that Steelers defense is way too good against Cleveland. So with that being said, Pittsburgh wins it 24-17 over the Browns. The New Orleans Saints take on the New York Giants at 1 p.m. Eastern on Fox. The Saints are a 5.5-point favorites. New Orleans coming off their first loss in the Pete Rizzo era as interim head coach. Unfortunately, they do lose Taysom Hill, who was out for the rest of the year. So this is tight for them. A huge loss for them. Taking on the Giants, they're looking forward to the future. And then to let you guys know, Drew Lock will be the starter for this game. And this could go either way. Giants fans boo at Brian Daboll, Joe Shane, or they just chant fire Daboll, fire Joe Shane, that kind of stuff. Give me the Saints in this one. I don't know about this 5-point favorites. I got the Saints winning it 32-17 over the Giants. New York Jets take on the Miami Dolphins at 1 p.m. Eastern on CBS. Miami is a 6.5-point favorites, and they're coming off in a brutal loss to the Packers on December in Lambeau Field. They'll be back in Sunshine State to take on the Jets, who they were so close from even ending a losing streak that they should have snapped against Seattle. This can go either way. Miami has struggled on December games, on cold weather games. The Jets try to avoid 10-loss seasons again, but unfortunately, there's no over 500 mark for them. Give me the Dolphins in this one. They need this game the most from Miami. I got Dolphins winning it 28-24 over the Jets. Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Tennessee Titans at 1 p.m. Eastern on CBS. Tennessee's a 3.5-point favorite, and why is Tennessee favorite? Big news that happened. Trevor Lawrence is going IR yet again, and he is out for the rest of the season. That would be he'll be out for the rest of the year. So Mac Jones will be back as starter. You know what? Give me the Titans. I think the Titans get back in the win column. Brian Callahan trying to have his team finish strong, show that hey, he's the guy. He's the main reason why he's coaching this team. The future's bright in Tennessee. Give me the Titans winning it in a 23-26 win over the Jaguars. The Atlanta Falcons take on the Minnesota Vikings at 1 p.m. Eastern on Fox. Minnesota is a 5-point favorite. This is a must-win game for Atlanta because they cannot afford to go down on another losing game. And this is the Kirk Cousins revenge game going up against his former team, the Vikings, who the Vikings are selling it in the Sam Darnold era. Coming off that comeback win against the Cardinals, will that be enough to keep them on track for Detroit? You know what? Upset of the week. I think Atlanta's offense, again, I know their offense is struggling. Kirk Cousins is coming off a 4-interception day. But I just think they need a rebound in this game. I got the Falcons in a 23-20 over the Vikings. The Carolina Panthers taking on the Philadelphia Eagles at 1 p.m. Eastern on Fox. Philadelphia is a 12-point favorite, the highest spread of the week. You know what? Let me tell you, the Panthers are coming off a game that they should have beaten, should have won. And I'm asking these Bucs fans, when we play each other again, we're going to make it even competitive, and we're going to win in your home turf to see how heartbreaking it is. After losing to the Bucs at home, really a heartbreaking for the Panthers. But as you can see, the Panthers look competitive offensively. Defensively, it's a bit of a different story. They're going to take on the Eagles, who, big win against the Ravens on the road, and Saquon Barkley, MVP caliber guy. Look, man, Saquon Barkley is for real since leaving New York. This game, I don't know. I don't know about the Panthers offense matching up with this Eagles defense. I'm going to go with the Eagles. I'm sorry. I'm still going to root for you guys, Panthers Nation, so keep pounding. But this Eagles team is trying to keep up in that number one seed in the NFC race on the line. I got the Eagles winning it 33-20. I think the Panthers will keep it a bit closer, but I think it'll be a 33-20 win against the Panthers. So Eagles win. Las Vegas Raiders take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at 1 p.m. Eastern on CBS. Tampa Bay is a 7-point favorite, and the Raiders, they were competitive last week against the Chiefs on Black Friday game. They're going to be heading to Tampa to take on the Bucs, who are coming off a huge win on the road in Carolina, taking down the Panthers. This game can go either way. The Raiders could spoil that upset, or the Bucs try to keep up in that race for the division title. I got the Bucs winning it. Close game. Give me the Bucs winning it in a 17-24 win. Seattle Seahawks taking on the Arizona Cardinals at 4:05 p.m. Eastern on CBS. Arizona's a 3-point favorites. Again, another 50-50 game, and these two already met just 2 weeks ago. Arizona looking for revenge in a tough loss against the Vikings on the road. Seattle's coming off a huge win on the road in New York to take down the Jets. This can go either way, and the Cardinals need this win the most. Seattle's trying to keep that division in their hands, away from the Rams. I'm going to go with the Cardinals in this one this time. At home in Glendale, Arizona. Give me the Cardinals winning it 23-20 over the Seahawks. Chicago Bears taking on the San Francisco 49ers at 4:25 p.m. Eastern on Fox. San Francisco is a 4-point favorite, and CMC IR, Jordan Mason IR, and that's the story of the week for the 49ers. They're all banged up. They're taking on the Bears, they got themselves banged up with Matt Eberflus gone. Sorry, Thomas Brown becoming the new offensive coordinator, but also the interim head coach. Um, this is tough for the Bears season. This could be a spoil for the Bears to upset the 49ers because, again, the 49ers are not playing a really good football this season. I know the injuries have been affected this year. So, with that being said, give me the 49ers in this one. I think it's going to be another close game for the Bears, but not enough to beat the 49ers. 23-30 over the Bears. America's Game of the Week, the Buffalo Bills take on the Rams at 4:25 p.m. Eastern on Fox. Buffalo is a 4.5-point favorite, and let me tell you something. Congratulations, Buffalo. You win the AFC East for the fifth straight year after all of us doubted you guys. Yeah, that is tough to say. But the Bills are showing all of us they are still more competitive. Sorry, I just left something out. Anyways, but let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. We all doubted the Bills because of Diggs gone, and he goes to Houston. Oh, the Texans are going to be a Super Bowl team, and look at the Bills. They're going to end up in third place. That's what my prediction said. They just won the division last week, taking down the 49ers. Huge win for them, and congrats still. They're going to go to LA to take on the Rams, who the Rams they're trying to keep up with the Seahawks in that NFC West division. With that being said, this should be a fun game. I'm going to go Buffalo. I'm still rooting for Buffalo. I think they win this game, and they will find a way to clinch that number one seed somewhere in week 16 or 18. The Chargers taking on the Chiefs at 8:20 p.m. Eastern on NBC and Peacock. Kansas City's a 4-point favorites. Kansas City coming off a big win against the Raiders on Black Friday. So how do you let the Raiders offense kept it close, Kansas City? And news, of course, Hollywood Brown could be back maybe before week 15 or maybe after week 15 or before week 15. So that's huge news for them. They're going to take on the Chargers, who their defense, they've been outstanding all season long in Jesse Mentors on defensive scheme. This is, of course, a real good game. I'm going to go with the Chargers. Remember, the Chiefs already beat the Chargers earlier this year. That was a slow game for the Chargers. I got the Chargers on the road beating the Chiefs. And why I'm giving the Chargers this win, their defense will have a defensive scheme against Mahomes. And yeah, this Chiefs offense has been struggling all year long. Give me a 34-30 over the Chiefs. Chargers win. All right, to the final game. The Cincinnati Bengals take on the Dallas Cowboys at 8:15 p.m. Eastern on ESPN and ABC. Cincinnati is a 5.5-point favorites, and not only this game will be played at ESPN and ABC, it will also be streaming on ESPN on Disney Plus for the Simpsons Funday Football. Yes, the Simpsons will be what? You got Homer Simpson coaching the Cowboys, and you got Bart Simpson who's going to be coaching the Bengals. Come on, y'all! Y'all got me excited for this game. So let's break it down. Sorry about that. That was an interruption. Continue on. The Bengals coming off a tough loss to the Steelers. They're trying to get back in that playoff hunt. I don't know about you guys, but the Bengals need to win this one the most. But we'll get to that later on. They're taking on the Cowboys, who are in their 2-game winning streak, and Micah Parsons saying, "We're coming." Micah, I need to tell you one more question. How many games is it going to take for you guys to get to the playoffs, and then all of a sudden you talk about Mike McCarthy could get an extension to stay as the Cowboys head coach? Yeah, you might want to think about that. But this is going to be a fun game. Again, it's going to be on ESPN, ABC, and on Disney Plus for the Simpsons Funday Football, and it will be also playing at Adams Stadium in Springfield, home of where Homer, Marge, the Simpsons family will be introduced in this game. So check that out for your kids to watch that. Give me the Bengals. Let me tell you, I think the Bengals win this in Jerry's world. I love this one. I think this is the best game for Week 14. Bengals win it 30-28 over the Cowboys. That is it for today, folks. And folks, I would love some subscribers to join my channel, and I would give it a shout out to you guys. But in the meantime, more likes, subscribe to my channel. We'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.